me and my fiance, we were back in, is Plan B illegal here now as well? What the fuck is going on? You know what though? Oh, it's not. Okay, thanks. This is how stories start. I go back to New York and they don't even have air there. No, because I've only had to use it twice in my life, and one was when I was younger, condom broke, but in New York, and there's absolutely no shame with buying it there. I went in with shame, and they didn't give a fuck. To the point that I was like, shouldn't you judge me? I don't know, okay. Then fast forward 10 years later, I'm with my fiance, same thing happens again, we need to go to the pharmacy to get it. Now we call it the morning after pill, I'm going to just say that for the rest of the story so that I can keep it in consistency in my head. But so we go down the next morning, as quickly as we can to the pharmacy, and this, because it's in Ireland, everybody in the fucking granny was shopping into the pharmacy. So I turned into a Catholic again, and I was like, we're keeping this child, I can't be embarrassed. My fiance goes, no, I'll go in and get it, but he's never had to buy it either before. And so when he went in, I went in behind him, and the girl behind the counter was about 17, and he goes, oh, hi, I just need the morning after pill. And she goes, the what? And he goes, the morning after pill. She goes, why the fuck you asked me for? I can't give that to you. Why would you bother me with that? For fuck's sake, I just work Christmas hours. Why are you coming up to me bothering me with that? She basically pushed the red button and the whole place shut down. But so in Ireland, it's the pharmacist who has to legally give it to you. And he comes out and he goes, I'm going to interview you for the... You fucking interview... Oh, next time you feel bad about your job interview, think of the women of Ireland. So they have to interview for it, but not every pharmacy, when this became a thing in Ireland, had private rooms. And this is one of those pharmacies that didn't have a private room. So what they did was they built plywood boxes in the middle of the pharmacy. And he pointed at the box, he said, I'm going to interview you in there for your privacy. For my privacy. Everybody knows that's the fucking pill box. I'm not going to be like, what shampoo should I use today? So we sat down, he asked me about 30, by the time he got to the 30th question, I was like, can you get me the pill? I'm getting fucking pregnant! He wanders off, he leaves me in there for ages, and even though Ireland sometimes seems so progressive, it seems so not progressive at times, because you're sitting there, you can't help but feel like you've committed a crime for how long he fucking leaves it. And because the box is more like an old Western saloon type dressing room, you know, this type, because people can see your shoes. I can hear them shopping. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is life? So my fiance thought it'd be funny because the box only comes up to about here, so he just popped his head over and he goes, shame, shame, shame. Then we got on the train, so we were actually, a lot of my family live in Cork, and that's where we were staying. But my fiance lives in Dublin, so we were going back up to Dublin, and we were on a sold out train, we had tickets bought. And this old man, can everybody else hear the bell ringing by the way? I was like, the bells are ringing in my head again. What is that, it's a church? Oh, I was like, oh, the church heard me talking about Plan B. I was like, back to mass! Yeah. That's just what comedy is, confessing. But so, picture, and I'm sorry to the Irish people, but for everyone else who's not Irish, picture an old Irish farmer man in your head right now. And for the first time in your life, you are correct. This is what this man looked like, okay? He was Peaky Blinders hat, Aran Island sweater, the little blazer with the shoulder pads, I don't know why they looked that. The wellies, he was adorable. He looked like propaganda the Brits would have used against us. And so he sat in there, and I flip between personalities sometimes. So I've got my Irish personality and I've got my New Yorker personality. And New Yorkers are like, they don't give a fuck. Irish people, you have to talk like this, okay? I'm just especially in the daylight. So I forgot that, and I was a New Yorker, and I said to my fiance, pass me the morning after pill. And he goes, for fuck's sake, Jesus. And then I tried to open my sparkling water, but I couldn't, and my fiance opened it, and when he opened it, it splashed all over him, and I go, this is why we need the morning after pill. And then I went, oh, I just wish I liked anal, so I didn't have to worry about those things. And that old man got up and walked away. He'd rather stand for a 4-hour journey than sit across from fucking heathens. I was saying to my fiance, say thank God we have this because the dates matched up where my citizenship interview would have fallen if I'd gotten pregnant at 8.5 months pregnant. Could you imagine as an immigrant going 8.5 months pregnant into an ICE interview? You're like, is that an American spawn in your belly? Nah, some man who lives in Ireland. They'd be like, what the fuck is this immigrant smuggling in other immigrants into the country? I'm gonna wrap up on a sex story, but before I do it, I just feel a responsibility to say, because this show, when I was doing Fringe, it would end differently, and I'm not going to do that part. I will post it on YouTube for you at some point. It's more informational comedy about abortion, and it kind of defeats a lot of the shit that's spread about it. But I'm just going to say this because I think everybody needs to fucking hear this. Clap in the room if you knew that the morning after pill does not work if you're ovulating. Texas is the most educated place I've been on the road so far. But I'm sorry, everybody should have been clapping at that, right? That's fucking crazy that a comedian is educating people. Like, that's nuts. Why did they teach us? What is a Paracelsus theorem? I don't know what the fuck that is. We were told the plan B was like your fucking Hail Mary. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so just be careful, because that fucking pharmacist who grilled me for 30 questions, he didn't tell me that either, by the way, but it's okay, I'm American now, so I'm gonna go home and sue that. Me and my fiance do long distance still, and it honestly has been great, but I decided to kink it up and suggest having sex in the kitchen. I realise that won't be kinky for you guys. It is to us because of the famine. Well, I have a cat camera, so, which I forgot. If you don't have pets, pet cameras record with motion, so we by accidentally made porn. Which is an insane thing to watch as two lapsed Catholics. Now, we did put it on, his socks made a cameo, that was fun. God though, when I heard the noises coming out of me on that thing, I nearly called Father Kelly at home for an exorcism. Jesus. It is my favourite film, and it has nothing to do with the sex. The reason why it's my favourite film, and I swear to God, 20 seconds into it, my cat came and stood in front of it for the rest of it like this. And he's a tuxedo cat, so he looked like a little bouncer, like, have you paid to be here? I love my cat. He's a reincarnated 1920s Irish gangster. He meows like this, meow. And he killed a mouse by drowning it in his water bowl. What sort of fucking Peaky Blinders shit is that? My fiance was like, are you not worried talking about this on stage? He's given me permission since, but he was afraid someone would hack the iCloud that I paid for the cat videos. Take that footage, put it online, and he was like, Katie, it's sex and cats, it will break the internet. And when it goes viral, I'd be fired. I was like, I completely understand, but if that goes viral, I'd be famous. If you guys see me next year in a big theatre here, you're gonna be like, she released the files. It'd be a great comedian sex tape though, wouldn't it?